Hello and welcome to episode 8 of our Build a Bar Challenge. In this episode we'll see some real progress with the plumbing and other bits and pieces. We'll also possibly have solved the mystery of the leaking water at the back of the building. I will also give you a complete update on where I am financially, i.e. what's been spent to this date today. And I'm going to do a little special thing showing you what's changed on Soi Baukhao close to our bars. So a little stretch between Soi Lenki and Soi Honey. So lots to go on. Please enjoy the episode.
Something is occurring. Obviously we're downstairs at the back of the building where the toilets are going to go. And look, they've dug out some channels here, a channel there and there. But I'm absolutely mystified as to what this is all going to do. Although, if you look, it goes that way, and it goes into this pot that we found before. But this is not, in my opinion, a functioning pot. This is a redundant or perhaps never even used pot there. Certainly doesn't look waterproof, but they have put that cap there, you see right in the middle now. That's obviously the waste going into the sewage line next door. But the two smaller pipes, that's for wastewater and perhaps, I don't know, urinal water maybe. So, yeah, okay, I'll let you know because I don't. This is good. We're on the mezzanine where the hand basin, etc. are going to go, and I'm really happy they've done this. I thought they might try and get around it, but they've actually bricked up part of the window, obviously so that there's no, because the wall would have gone half and half across the toilet front door. So they've done that, and also they're putting a new window in there, which is nice actually. I quite like the sound of that. And look at it. Oh, there you go. Another pipe's gone in. Exciting. So now we can see the blue pipes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be for 2 urinals and for 2 sinks. But I'm a bit concerned there's no drain from the floor. Obviously this is pretty much a wet room. It's going to be tiled and it's going to be washed out. So we have to have a floor drain somewhere. I'll discuss that with the builder. And here you see now, look, these pipes, so all these sort of 2-inch pipes are going into this pot here, which as we know is original, and we're not certain if it's actually, you know, usable, or there is actually a big hole, or so a big pipe sort of in there, which goes out to the street, but hasn't been tested, hasn't been, you know, they've got to do some more investigations. I'm going to arrange a meeting with the builder on Monday and have a proper sit down and say, look, you know, is this going to work? What else have we got to do? Another week has passed by. It's Sunday, so no one's about. And downstairs again, the walls are starting, so where those blue pipes were, they were obviously putting those channels I showed you earlier on. I actually sort of didn't get the opportunity to show you the pipes just in situ before they bunged the concrete on top. So there they are. So that's going to be the ladies' sink. For this will be the ladies' change room, obviously, and then the other blue pipes are in position here and here for the urinals. I did actually ask one of the urinals to be down this way, but let's see what they come up with. Now, slightly interesting thing. They cut this all away here, and it's really damp and wet in there. So I'm wondering if this leak that's been going on in this corner could actually be not what I thought it was. So again, I'll keep you posted on that one. Right, let's quickly leg it upstairs and see what's going on with the bathrooms on the mezzanine. Ooh, rendered. And I'm glad to say they used angle beads on these corners here, so you can see it's a nice finish. A lot of the builders don't bother with those. So there you go, sink, urinal, and WC there. So water in, sewage out. I wonder if they're going to cut that one short and just put a, you know, like a drain basically to when we wash the floors to take away the wastewater. And hello window. Ah, nice, eh? Did a good job with that. So I'm really happy with that. I'm at the back of the building again, trying to work out that water problem that's been coming in our sort of back toilet behind that hole there. So again, looking down, you can see obviously the lower ground there, and if you look down that way, you can see a lot of water is still there, lots of it. So that is part of the problem. But then again, now I'm just looking and it's pretty bloody obvious now I'm looking at it. Once again, that first builder, look, he did this tin roof at the back, and that's all good, lovely, but look, there. Oh, I cut that one short. So what I reckon's happening is the rainwater is just coming down that, you know, and where's my finger? There, and just the water's going straight down there, and obviously working its way down the internal part of the wall there. Also, their guttering next door is not looking too good either. So again, thank you very much, first builder. You're a bloody genius, mate. This is good. See where it's cutting that black bit of steel there? It was no good because we're trying to create a nice flat wall across. So basically, we're going to move that and put it up to the side of the columns. Here we are, it's a Sunday again, so it's nice and quiet in here. There's a little bit of things starting to happen in the electrical box here, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have to get a new board and do it properly. So they don't seem too concerned about the electrics just yet, but they really ought to start doing something soon. But here's some pretty good progress. So we're back in the toilets downstairs again, and as you can see, the walls are all rendered. Once again, loads of pipes going into that pot. I have discussed it with the builder. He is absolutely adamant there's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to have one more chat with him just to make sure, but that's where we're at with that. So that pipe there, the one sort of in the middle now, that one they didn't bother with putting drains in. So they've done a good thing now, and on my request, they put one in, see there, and also there. So basically, it's going to be drains when we obviously mop and wash the floor. Again, because I asked him nicely, he has moved that pipe there, so the urinal's going to be there. So as I said before, those two urinals there and there, I mean, it's no good. No one wants to bang bums with someone, do they? So by putting it here and also the sink there should be just about enough room for 2 or 3 guys to use these facilities at the same time. So it's Sunday. Let's see where we're up to. Now this is slightly dark, where the pot was, all the plumbing concerns, all the plumbing worries I had. Well, we've been over it 3 times with the builders. They are absolutely adamant this is going to work. I've agreed that if it doesn't work, they're going to have to do it again. But basically, that's been filled in to the there. That's going to be a inspection point, so there'll be a cap on that above the tiles. So if it needs rodding or it needs draining or pumping out, that can be used. The one to the right obviously is the toilet, and as you can see, pipes going in. So it's done now. Let's see. He hasn't tested it properly in my opinion, but again, they are super confident. Now here's a bit of a surprise. This is the bottom of the stairs in the downstairs, obviously the ground floor. Now, I wanted to put something up here. You can see here, like railings or banisters. Here again, they've gone early, you know, they've done it, which now means it's going to be a lot more tricky getting furniture upstairs later. However, it will look okay because we're going to spray it. We've discovered this stuff and it's pretty amazing actually. It's like brushed stainless steel spray and it works. So eventually we'll be spraying a lot of these black steel pipes, or so what do you call them, tubes, with this brushed stainless steel. So that's a work in progress. We're up in the short time accommodation room 2. And you see this little wall here they've built? That's going to be the line where the shower's going to go. So there's going to be in here a shower and a hand basin. No toilet,
it's been agreed that we can get away with that, without that, based on the fact that most guys will pee in the shower if they have to. Well, they haven't done it, of course. Well, they have. Wait a minute. Good. Okay. All done. And obviously we'll run this blue water pipe. We'll tee into that, run it up above this new ceiling, and that'll be the water feed. So all that waste is going to be into the shower, and obviously the sink will go to the same hole, I guess. So good. Something's happening in there. Just swing round to the short-time accommodation room 1, and again, a little bit more work in this bathroom. I can't see any holes there, can you? Let's have a little look. It's a bit dark. What's under there? No. Ha-ha! So, yeah, okay, they're getting there. They're getting there bit by bit. Now, one last thing before I finish this section. These tiles here. Now, all through this floor, the two rooms, and this corridor, I've had a really good look, and these tiles are in really good condition, but obviously not the most beautiful of colours. So we're going to experiment. We're going to get some of this newfangled super duper tile paint that's supposed to be brilliant, and we're going to experiment with it. And if it works, we'll just paint these tiles. Obviously, we're going to replace the tiles, you know, on the staircase and all the way through the rest of the building, but that could be a nice little cash save. Okay, folks, well, thanks very much for watching. Enjoy the little section on Soi Baukhao. If I've got anything wrong, let me know. It wasn't easy. As promised, a little walk down Soi Baukhao showing you what's changed since 2019, when many of you guys would not have been here since then. So I want to show you this stretch from here, where I'm standing. That's Soi Lenki. This way, Soi Diana. Right, things that haven't changed. Straight away, your Family Mart. And then of course, 7-Eleven. So that's normal, as is this one here, this building. I used to call this the old Cheap Charlie's because it's cheap beer. It's never really had a name, I guess. It's just one of those places where you drink cheap beer. Right, let's start on this side over here then. So Family Guy, Risa Massage, that's new. What we're looking at here is the old Witherspoons and Serenity A Go-Go. If you look up there, you might be able to see it's going to be called Bling, Nightclub Bling. It's going to be big, and it's going to have a big sort of like gold diamond out the front. So that will become a bit of a landmark for you guys who used to use Witherspoons as your landmark, which I did when I first came here. It was a very good point of reference. You're on the bus, you see Witherspoons, stop! Right, so there we go. So there's of course Soi Chaiyapoon, to give you an idea. So the idea is all these bars here are in the walking distance between what I will think will be a epicenter. Chaiyapoon, LK Metro, this sort of area. Right, that little shop on the corner there, that hasn't changed. They sell just tat, basically. Money exchange, don't remember that. Drug centre, that's still there. This one here, massage, that was a different sort of massage, but it's still there. Right, rehab, there. Now that was a pharmacy, so that's been changed to a bar now. We Are Drugs, that was the same. You've got the motorbike shop here, motorbike repairs and rentals and things like that. You can also buy petrol if you run short. That hasn't changed, nor has this little shop here. Very good Thai food, known as the old tin cup. Massage there. Right, this one's brand new. I think it opened last night actually. It's called the Barbie Trap. That was originally a little food shop. Soi Baukhao Clinic, that's still there. You get yourself into a bit of strife, if you know what I mean. That's your place. Right, Vice City, that was there. That came in 2019, so it might be new to some of you, others not. Now, of course, the much talks about Warehouse Club. Now, I do know this is opening up on August the 27th. This was Phuc Plaza last time you guys were here. Do you remember that? At the front you had a bar called Come Play With Me. That's now been relocated down to the other end of Soi Baukhao, so the south end of Soi Baukhao. It was a mess. They tried to put, I think, 13 bars in there. It never got above about 7 or 8, I think, and it was a disaster because they were all playing their own music and fighting with each other. There was no management, so it was utterly doomed to fail, that one. Bronx Pizza, that was Brooklyn Pizza back in 2019, so we're still in New York. 7-Eleven, still there. I love that 7-Eleven. They're the most miserable ones. Right, Risa Massage. Now, interesting. This was a ladyboy bar called Nietzsche House. Do you remember? Very colourful signage. So, quite unusually, a bar has become a massage parlour. But next to that, old number 7, that was a, let's think, that was a pharmacy, I believe, that became a bar. Old number 7. Now, this shoe shop here, that hangs on, that's still there, still working. Jogging along quickly, not much has changed here. I mean, you might see these pharmacies might have changed names, but they're still pharmacies. Tikka Centre, curry, that's all still there. And of course, Fantasy, which is another ladyboy bar. So we've actually lost a ladyboy bar on this Soi, which is interesting. Sick Buffalo, that's new. That was opened up last year, and it's already been sold very recently. So unbelievably, some of these bars are actually being sort of resold before we even get out of the COVID era. Annie Jack's, again, that was there in 2019, not much before that. The Bay, that wasn't, that was a food shop. There, right, so point of reference again, there's your PDC Dental Centre. Next, over there, there's Rock Factory. I'm going to spin it around now and go back, because I'm only focusing on this little stretch here, which is the stuff you will certainly walk past. Here's Soi Honey. There's been a fair few changes along here. I mean, if you look very closely up in the middle now, you might see a sign saying Voodoo. That's a brand new double bar, not even open yet. And you've got a few more, but I'm not going to focus on that today. Honey Corner Lounge, that was there before COVID. And let's move along a bit more. Mayfair's, that was the Zero Bar. Now, the Zero Bar did quite well in between the lockdowns. It was selling very cheap beer and had live music. This Mayfair's guy came along and sort of basically made them an offer they could not refuse. They're doing quite well, and the Zero Bar has reappeared down the north end of Pattaya, near the Archon corner. Now this here is a work in progress. I would certainly say another bar's coming there, and this is new as well. Bamboo Bar, that was a tattoo parlour. So we can see a theme here. The sort of things that are sort of gone are a few pharmacies, a few food shops, and tattoo parlours. They seem to have been the big sort of losers in this, and the winners have been, of course, bars. Now, oh, here we go. Going up here, Climax. You'll all remember Climax on the corner of the Metro. Live music, really good entertainment in there, I think. Well, I remember. It's been completely renovated, and it's due to open very soon. We're now coming up to the Metro. Lots of changes down there, a lot of redevelopment, but I'm not going to go down there today. And Sugar. For those of you who detest cigarettes, that's Shaman if you like Go-Go's. They're a non-smoking Go-Go. They're doing well. Zooming along quickly, almost done. Gold shops. Gold shops seem to have remained. This one here, gold shop. And this one is really curious. Now, I had to really rack my brain here. Look up there, it's in Thai, but it says beneath Dom Bar. It's all glass and stuff. I believe this was the old Sports World. It was a sort of sports bar that focused more on the sort of a Scandinavian, North European sports. They have reincarnated on Soi Lenki, if you wondered. Right, more gold shops here. Gold. massage. This hasn't changed much. Gold. Patisserie house. Again, hotel above, but of course just a lot of guys drinking beer. That has not changed. Carry on. The eye optical shops. That hasn't changed either. Or has the TT currency. So look what you're getting now. It's not bad, right? Now I'll go a bit closer. 43 GB, US 36, that's good. Aussie 25. Still less than when I got here. Right. And this is another gold shop. Obviously shut right now. And we're almost there. Boss Bar. Now Boss Bar was a single shop, it's now a big double. And the side that's been redone. Remember that was a French restaurant, then it became a taco restaurant. Neither were very successful, so Boss Bar is now twice the boss he was. Pharmacy, same. AG Massage, one of the most famous ones of all. Bang opposite what was Witherspoon's. Yeah, it's so good. And the motorbike rental shop, Jack, still there. Well done, mate. He's survived the turmoil. And of course, Subway. Well, there you go, guys. That's it. That's the changes and new bars on a little stretch close to Soi Baukhao, which you will undoubtedly be wandering around when you get here. Thank you very much. You ready? Okay, so it's time to do a little recce of what we've spent so far. And here it is. This is the costs to now. So the rent, 0 so far. We've got the 6 months grace. That's going to run out fairly soon. Key money, we've paid for 3 years. That's 300,000. But I will include that because obviously this is the true costs. Water tank and pumps, that feels like a long time ago, 20,000. Now the first builder, I ended up paying him 162,000. I honestly think that 80,000 of that is in the bin because basically we had to replace the entire mezzanine area. We had to fix things, and basically I honestly think the value of the work he did was at best 82, but it's the truth. There it is, 162. And the new builder, I've just settled up 300,000 baht. So everything you can see in this video to date has cost 782,000 baht. Not great, but that's the way it is.